Question to the Prime Minister of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. Are you worried about what could happen to us if Venezuela President Nicolas Maduro is toppled? Dr. Rowley answers, nothing. Maduro doesn't run Trinidad and Tobago. He is Venezuela's president. We are a sovereign state and required to make our way in the world regardless of whatever happens in any other country. We are a neighbor of Venezuela, and it does not matter who is running Venezuela. It is our nearest neighbor, 7 miles from here with 33 million people. It doesn't matter who is in charge down there when it comes to the interests of Trinidad and Tobago citizens. I pick up the phone and I talk to that person. The government of Trinidad and Tobago is elected to protect the interests of Trinidad and Tobago first. And that is what we will continue to do. Question to the Prime Minister. How has COVID-19 affected our economy? Many gas-based industries in Point Lisas appear to have mothballed their plants. Answer. COVID has hit us hard, shrinking our economy by 10%. Even as we continue to support our hardest hit citizens at a big cost as an oil and gas producer, our production and sale of oil has dropped globally. COVID-19 came at a time when our oil and gas prices were already softening and had the effect of further reducing consumption of methanol, urea, ammonia, LNG, oil and gas. It was a perfect storm. Some plants in Point Lisas have shut down. Just today I was advised by BP Trinidad they are reducing their staff by 25%. All gas and oil markets are experiencing the same thing due to reduced demand. Thousands of planes are on the ground, fewer cars are moving about. Right. Question to the Prime Minister. With falling energy prices now, will you raise revenue for the national budget? Answer. The national budget must be presented in the serious scenario of managing an economy downwards without collapsing it. Our people must pay attention to the realities of our reduced circumstances. We are starving of economic collapse since the country had become accustomed to spending and living off a budget of $63 billion. Recently, government revenues dropped at $43 billion. We don't have a strong enough revenue stream to sustain the servicing of the country. We use a lot of debt and short-term borrowings to keep it on an even keel. Still, the energy sector remains our best bet. We have been strengthening our revenue stream against the odds, including revising contracts which will boost revenue, improving production, volumes, and providing quality business in the energy sector. Question to the Prime Minister. Are you on track with the property tax? Answer from the Prime Minister. Yes, the court has given us parameters to meet. We will meet those, collect tax that will not be erroneous given the large number of people paying it, and as part of local government reform, make the funds available to local government bodies to service their communities, and the environs of people's property will be looked after. We will also vigorously minimize tax evasion in general. Question. Are we going to dip into the Heritage and Stabilization Fund? Answer from the Prime Minister. That's what savings are for, a rainy day. And this is a storm. We have not touched the capital yet, which remains the same as 5 years back. Question. The private sector is complaining about the shortage of foreign exchange. Answer. To battle COVID, economic contraction. The U.S. government printed $2 trillion and gave it to its people. They don't have to make the money. They just print it. But for us, every US dollar we spend, we must earn it. So the demand for more FX is just that, a demand. Take medicine. We must pay for all the drugs in FX. We can't buy them in TT dollars. We pay for the food in FX. The question is how much of what we import in a free market do we really need? Wassa's water is as good or better as any in the world, but we buy water. It's an issue of priorities. Our ability to earn significant FX through agriculture and other means is limited. What we can do is reduce our FX expenditure by producing and consuming as much local food as we can. We have been brought up eating other people's food. We need to prioritize our A, use of FX, and B, earn more. Question. You speak of earning FX, but our business community has long complained of red tape. We rank exceptionally low in doing business with the world. Answer, Prime Minister. We are 105 in 190. I agree it is not a good ranking. We can and will do better. We are moving to digitize the country's systems in all areas of governance, and that will allow us to do better business. This requires changing mindsets and dealing with significant pushback. Also, island developing states like us must fight daily for existence, given that we are subject to vagaries of large countries. Take Cuba. If Cuba proposes, we propose. If Cuba propose, we propose, sorry. We opened an office there. One American president opens to Cuba, and we do well, and another closes it, and we don't. In the marketplace, we operate. Nobody is doing us any favor. Question to the Prime Minister. Will you use agriculture to create food security, diversify and spend less FX? Answer. We are short of farmers in the country, and there's a lot of fertile, unfarmed agricultural land. In our 5 years roadmap to recovery, we plan to invest heavily in agriculture expansion with incentives for new farmers. I have mandated the Minister of Youth Development and National Services, Fitzgerald Hines, to develop a pool of farmers genuinely interested in a career in farming who will be supported and sustained to increase agriculture production, even as we continue to support our current farmers. Question. What incentives are you giving people in agriculture? We have 6 pages of incentives for farmers. Agriculture is tax-free. What greater incentive you want? The question is, are our young people willing to go from wailing away the day to sweating in the fields? Question. Will you have to devalue? Answer. Not yet, but if there's further deterioration, we may. You alluded to poverty, and the human condition, and devaluation poses a threat to this. Answer. That was the answer to the question, right? So question now to the Prime Minister again. What is the status of the sale of Petrotrin? How soon will it be sold? And is the sale still on track to the Patriotic Technologies Company, or WTU? Answer. Patriotic made us the best offer and was selected. We are currently working out contractual arrangements on which the outcome will depend. They are close but it's not finalized. Last August, a thorough review of Petrotrin revealed an $850 million debt. We had to either pay the debt or refinance it, and couldn't do so without severe financial consequences to the Treasury. Restructuring allowed us to create the Heritage Petroleum Company Limited, which is servicing that debt without a government guarantee, paying the taxes to the country and making a profit of over $1 billion. The downside was we had to close the refinery. The upside to that was we saved the national financial economy. Question. A union traditionally focuses on employees' interests rather than profitability. Are you confident a trade union can run Petrotrin? Answer. That is a question for the trade union. Are they prepared to make business decisions? Because what they put to government is not a trade union proposal, but $1 billion business proposal with serious financial and other implications. It's a massive undertaking, and the government is not going to take it lightly. The same way we didn't close the refinery lightly. Settling on the buyer is a serious decision. Question to the Prime Minister. Any possibility you may pull back from the Petrotrin OWTU deal? Answer. If we are not happy and it turns out to be something we can't accept, then we won't. There are no two ways about it. We are hoping we can come to a decision all parties can agree on and conclude a contractual arrangement. I am not directly involved, but know that it's a vast legal undertaking on behalf of the state. Once you sign that document, it's a transfer of a significant asset, a serious legal undertaking, and must be to the satisfaction of all parties. Let me hold right here for a while. I wonder if people understand this discussion. The Prime Minister of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago is being quizzed about the running of this country, Trinidad and Tobago, how he intends to do it. I wonder if you'll understand that. All right. Could you please send a text? So, question. Let's discuss WASA. A Regulated Industry Commission, RIC, reported that 46.5% of the population don't get a 24/7 supply of pipe-borne water. B, the Caribbean Development Bank has estimated that WASA is overstaffed by approximately 4,000 people and subsidized by $1.8 billion annually. Any plans to address this? Answer. We are not satisfied with the availability of water to the population, and secondly, cannot rely on the considerable subsidy that is becoming less available. The Cabinet is awaiting a comprehensive review of WASA from the Minister of Works, after which we will act to restructure WASA while aiming to minimize the loss of jobs, maximize productivity, reduce the subsidy, and provide an adequate water supply to many more than 46% of the population. Question. The slow courts and number of young men languishing in remand in our jails have been a perennial issue in Trinidad and Tobago. How do you restore faith in the justice system in Trinidad and Tobago? Answer. Legalizing marijuana vastly reduced the numbers of those who formerly would have been incarcerated. Similarly, by removing motor vehicle cases from courts, With our current point system, we have reduced court matters by over 100,000. We increased the numbers of courts from 32 to 64, hired more judges, and have begun to use technology so that court hearings can be done virtually and from the prisons. Regarding our chronic crime issue, we stated, all right, let me say that again. Regarding our chronic crime issue, we started by making our police the best possible responder to crime to serve us. We got the regulations changed in Parliament, went to court. The UNC fought it in court. We won it in the court to appoint a commissioner of police. And today, there is a commissioner of police in charge of the police. And whatever difficulties we have now, it is far be better than what it was. Question: what's slowing down the public service? Answer: post-independent systems like the Service Commission that appoint civil servants are today behemoths entirely at variance with the country's best interests. Not only in the Service Commission, bad business with its antiquated systems, but it feeds down to managers in public service creating a collective legatory. What? Papa, you. That is one big word that's tying up both of our talks this morning. Look for the meaning of that. I ain't too big for that. I want to find out what's the meaning of that word. And while we're doing that, service commissions are enshrined in our constitution, so can't adjust meaningfully without a certain amount of parliamentary seats. Trinidad and Tobago, I want to just hold it right here for a minute. Hold it right here for a minute. Just want to make a call. We'll be back. Well, guys, we had to find the meaning, so, it's a lethargy. What it means, Bruce?
A lack of...
I'm not hearing you.
A lack of energy and enthusiasm.
So, a question was asked again. Okay, make the call now. Call now.
No.
Facebook and these people calling me, they can't see, they can't hear.
I don't realize my phone outside.
Question: Can you not work with the opposition with some of these issues in the public's interest? Right, so can you not work in the opposition with some of these issues in the public's interest? Answer: tell me one thing they have supported for the benefit of the country. When we took Coleco to court, they called it a Ponzi scheme. When we were doing our best to keep our citizens safe from a deadly virus, they called for open borders. And when we encouraged people to wear masks, they said it was bullying. Dr. Fuad Khan was a Minister of Health in the UNC government. He told people that we had no fixed mask code here, citing the UK. When the UK was breaking records with the worst COVID management with almost 50,000 deaths and had stopped recording deaths in old people's homes. So no, I don't expect opposition support for the benefit of the country. Question: what are you doing for the poorest and most vulnerable in TNT? Answer: I am sitting here behind this desk as Prime Minister because somebody gave me the opportunity to go to school, get an education and find meaningful work. If you don't have a road to get to agricultural land, where's the opportunity to use the land to farm? If you don't have teachers getting to school and teaching children, what is the opportunity for them to get educated and compete for the jobs? It's about providing opportunities to all. The statistics show some of the most impoverished people live around Sandy Grande, La Brea, Point Fortin, northeastern corner. We are taking the opportunity to remote and neglected communities through infrastructure, primarily roads, to connect and integrate them to the rest of the country and the economy through agriculture, industries, or tourism. Our new Minister of Education is mandated to link with all stakeholders for transformation of our education system. So we produce people who can fulfill their full potential as citizens. We can provide support with free health care, free education and financial aid, but no social worker can replace the guiding hands of parents. What would you tell citizens going through this pandemic and economic difficulty? Answer: things are not falling apart. Bad times don't last forever. Don't listen to the negative voices. We are going through a difficult period, but it should not get us down. Stop beating up on yourself and making as if we are living in a terrible environment. Compared to the rest of the world, we are doing reasonably well. Are we facing difficulties? Yes. Do we have difficult decisions to make? Bitter medicine to swallow? Yes. We can survive the difficulty we face now because our parents survived and thrived through worse to allow us a better life than they had. It is a call for us to be even better because the mother of invention is necessity. We will come through these days if we all decide each day to be our best selves for the benefit not just of ourselves but others. Rate your performance as Prime Minister. I must ask my wife. She thinks I'm crazy. Laugh. Seriously, I will leave that to the nation. Right, so Trinidad and Tobago, I want to hear your views on what I would have read a while ago on the article that's part 2. And I just want to apologize to persons with the Facebook and YouTube. We're trying to access the opportunity to be on, hoping that we get on sometime soon, but I just want to apologize. So Trinidad and Tobago, be taking your calls on 342-0081,
478-0595, and if you're calling from the US and anywhere abroad.
I don't think that overseas line working.
You're not working?
I don't think so, but I'll ask someone to call us on the overseas line to see.
Okay.
Yesterday it was giving trouble, so
All right.
I don't think it would be. So Trinidad and Tobago, call us on those 2 numbers. Is it that we're not being heard this morning? Where all our callers gone to? Let me say good morning to Tobago, and I was told they locked on. Good morning to Mr. and Mrs. Archer, Mr. and Mr. Archer, Mr. and Mrs. Archer, Uncle Landy, Mrs. Rowley, Mrs. Crosby. Good morning to Maria Lyons. Let me check this. Let's see what's happening.
No going on there.
That's what's going on. That's what happening since I came in yesterday. Caller, good morning.
Pleasant morning, Sarah. This is Ping.
Could you please lower your radio, Ping?
Yeah, I'm guessing the overseas line is
Overseas line.
Yeah, this is Ping. Yes, Sharon. How you going?
Hold on. Ping are good.
Hello?
Overseas just now, Ping, just now.
Trinidad radio, whatever.
Caller.
All right?
Caller.
Yes, ma'am.
You
Yes,
hearing
ma'am.
us? You hearing us?
Yeah, I'm hearing you loud and clear.
What mechanism
No,
you using
no YouTube or Facebook, but
No.
Trinidad radio from the browser.
Okay.
All right?
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you so kindly.
Good morning. Good morning. Bless.
Trinidad radio from the browser. Caller, good morning. Ping.
Yeah, how you going, Sharon? This is Ping on the line.
Good.
Yeah, that song got the golden pen still writing. So, Sharon, remember how the president had talked to her, make sure you do the right thing?
Mm-hmm.
She against everything when Mr. Rowley decided not to comport something in positive for the public of Trinidad and Tobago. Why is someone so? Sharon, she had to take a drink of potion and she go start to talk the truth, you know. I don't know why they didn't do so. Why they have to do so and have this woman still? And you know what it is overheard? It's alleged. Everybody in the constituency wants you to go.
In the constituency?
No, in the constituency, everybody wants you to go. She go end up like Pandey. One of them go do so and take over and vote you from that party and for opposition. And you go see somebody will do that because they get fed up and she own people. She like a thorn in the eye. And they're looking to get away with that thorn. Have a blessed day. Somebody go do so and say something else this morning. Ping on the line and you overheard and you listening and you look on. Have a great day.
Thank you very much, Ping. Caller, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Morning.
What I listened to this morning, it proves that Dr. Rowley is quite brilliant man
Caller.
and answer those questions quite collectively.
Caller,
Yeah.
you're listening to the radio?
Yeah, we're listening to the
You're listening to the feedback you're getting?
and yeah, let me change a little bit. You still getting it?
Your radio is loud, or you're too close to the radio.
Okay. But anyhow, I haven't much to say.
Okay, thank you very much. Let me just say to callers, when you're calling, please move away from the radio, or please lower the radio. Let me just remind you that we wear the headphones directly in our ear, so we get in it full blast. All right? All right, so I see in Trinidad, stations.net is what you can tune into. Caller, good morning.
Yes, good morning to my sister.
Morning.
And good morning again to each and everyone. That is my Prime Minister. I had voted for him. And he is doing the work that he ought to do. And I want to know what taxpayers' money is paying the UNC, the opposition, for in Parliament. It is to keep this country ungovernable. Because they do nothing that is valuable for this country more than seek their own interests. And one thing I want to tell Dr. Earl, you see the agriculture that he's going into? Make sure, because we have to, every creed and race find an equal place. So the African people have to get an equal share of the land now. Because they see it is a dangerous thing to have the food into one race hand. And never forget Israel Khan. And Israel Khan says it's a dangerous thing for one race to have all the arms. And it's a dangerous thing for one race to have all the food. So this is the time to put land in African people's hands, to do their agriculture, to have their food too. I vote for him, and he will do the work. I know that. I come from William Time that he will be the Prime Minister.
Andrew, let me one question I want to ask you, right?
Yeah.
You said it's time to put the land in African people's hands to do the work.
Yeah.
What if when we do that, and the same African people not interested in doing that? What would you say?
No, you wouldn't get all. I wouldn't go to that point, because you see, it has people that want land and they will not get it.
Andrew, I ask a simple question, because listen, you have been advocating for a number of things for African people like myself. I ask you this simple question. Is it nothing that it won't go to that and it's nothing about? I ask you the simplest question. What if when you give the African person the land and they do not use it for agricultural purposes, what next?
Only they take it back from them and give those who really want to do it.
Okay.
That's all, simple as that. Okay.
All right. Thank you very much. I was just trying to get to that point. And it's not just African people on the whole. If we want to go down the road of doing a lot more agriculture, we must have a stipulated regulations for that. And yes, according to Andrew, the question was asked, you take it back, whether it be African, Indian, Chinese, whoever. If the lands were made available for that, then that is what it is for.
Yep.
And it must not be for nothing else but that. So there must be a clause in your contract or whatever document you're getting that anytime you start a lien elsewhere, anytime you start a lien where concrete growing out of the ground, is to take it back. Caller, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
And not that too. He must bind it. He must tie it up to make sure that if they can't sell
it. Thank you.
You understand? Bind it to the next generation so they can't sell it. That is what he needs to do, because when they're getting and they feel like they're getting easy, they will sell it, and then them you see somebody else on the land and doing something else with the land. It's not like carrying land. Make sure it is for planting and buying it for the next 1,000 years. You understand? And nobody else can get it. It's staying to the state. That is just it. You could do work on it, but it's buying to the state. Nobody can get it. Enjoy your day.
Yeah,
thank you very much. I want to hear from some of our young persons who listen to this program, but they say nothing, because while moving around for us to collect contribution, I met a lot of young people. And I want to hear from you, what are your thoughts? Because I am ready. My big son, and real good with agriculture, real good. I remember seeing this boy planting okras and sweet pepper, pimento pepper, hot pepper, bygone in his backyard in PVC gutter in the pipe, and he made a kitchen. Boy, if you see, up to today, he have tomatoes and something, and if you see home, and he well takes care of it, so you're getting good produce and not no chemicals being used.
Yeah.
I'm really amazed. I tell him that what it is. So if that's the way we need to go, we need to also talk to our people too. We can do what we have to do, but you see sometimes, and I will tell all of this, I talking to my people. I and I'm with nobody else right now. When we get an opportunity, we don't be hungry for it and take it to make it work for us. Everything is about today, and tomorrow they go on something else. Caller, good morning.
Morning, Miss Sharon. How are you? Monk St. George here.
You're coming from a different number. Morning.
No, this is my Digicel, and I used to call the B-Mobile to Digicel so it to take the money faster.
Oh, all right, okay.
But I heard you shouting for me last week and asking what happened to Monk St. George. I tried to get in many times, but I didn't get in. I just fight up myself because the election is over, and we have the Prime Minister that we wanted. And our two Tobago seat, those two beautiful ladies, and I know they'll do much more with little that we have to make Tobago move on and continue to be what we want Tobago to be and not otherwise. I agree totally with that gentleman who said about the 1,000 years or whatever, because I think I mentioned it already to you, Ms. Sharon, that in my young time, I remember the late part of Dr. Eric Williams into Mr. George Chambers in Tobago here. I can't speak much about Trinidad. Lands were given, animals were given to black men here in Tobago, and these men plunder it. They spend the money, they sell the animals, pig, sheep, cow, name it. They sold all and crash everything. You understand? And then eventually plenty of those people still come back and go against the PNM government. And you see it coming and you hear them ranting and raging. So we have to be very, very careful who we are giving the land, and when we give them what they must do on it, and there is a penalty also if they did not do what they have to do on it, although it might be taken back from them or whatever the case might be. They must put a penalty that they must think because they said something and do something else. That's my contribution this morning. Ms. Sharon, you and Mr. Bruce and Ms. Rowley, Trinidad and Tobago. Love. Prime Minister, stand firm, stand strong. I said that. All those guys who say what they have to say, you went to school with most of them, or they went after you. You achieved prime ministership from bishop free education into prime ministership, and they don't recognize this. But you are a man with wisdom. You are being blessed by the Almighty, and this is what is happening. You continue to do what you have to do, and the Lord will do the rest. Hi.
Thank you very much, Monk St. George. Good morning, Mrs. Crosby.
Good morning, Sharon. Good morning, Bruce. Good morning to everybody. Yesterday I heard you, but I heard when you at the beginning or certain music with it, eventually the music overtook you. Before I make my piece, Bruce, I don't know if Sharon could give you this number. I'm asking you kindly if you can call me after the program to your convenience. I have something to discuss with you.
Okay, no problem.
All right. Sharon, concerning the land, I think they should be strict thing. It should come as a lease, and they should have people to go around and see what the land is developing, if the land is working, and what they are doing with it, and all that should put in the lease. If within 2-3 years nothing is planted to show that whatever it is, it should be rescinded to the government, give it to somebody else. who wants to do it. And I hope, as Andrew was saying, hope the black people, we people, get some of the land. But the only way we could get it is if we go and put ourselves to ask for it. You can't expect to sit down home and the government come and ask if you want a piece of land to plant and you get it. You have to go and make yourself useful and apply it for what you want. Don't sit down and when you're ready, you sit there and give you anything. Okay, bye.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Crosby. Rowley Jr., good morning. Oh, sorry.
Sharon, you asked a very... You ready?
Yes, go ahead.
Right, you asked a very good question about you because... No, by the way, I keep telling people, Kamala Prasad have lost the election and I will not be part of any narrative to remove her. That's their business. And in fact, they should have known and be proactive before to know that her conversation was not even from 2015, that she did not have the right conversation for leadership in this country. I'm not talking about the UNC, because the UNC need to change the focus with any new leader. Their focus is distorted and displaced through Kamala Prasad, and they knew that from 2015. But they continue pushing her narrative and only found out that 2020, with all the hurt they experienced after and being disrespectful, racist and all kind of things, to know that she was not the right leader. So that's the business. We can't expect anything different in the parliament, and I think Dr. Orlando will deal with that. My thing is moving forward with respect to Dr. Oli focus on the development of Trinidad and Tobago. And there is a nice conversation this morning when I do talk about giving land to African people. Now, I am not just giving things to African because you're African. And so, Sean, you're correct. The focus must be to what can we pride ourselves with from a government and then give back in relation to what the government focus is. So if you tell me that it's agriculture, the drive now is for agriculture for diversification, and I love it. So it means that all the things we love to eat here, we want to cut down on the importation of it and have it develop or grown here. We love KFC, let the meat be here, right? The seasonal goods, it has to be here. And there must be a bigger picture that if the government focus on agriculture and we're giving you land, I am saying that if we give you land for 2 years and you're not doing anything, take it away from you. We had the audacity of Kamala Prasad, and because Sharon, they are so disingenuous, and trainees have to understand what went on with them. Because after Mr. Manning, with the closure of Carolina Limited, give all those people land. They were mostly people of East Indian descent who were working in the Carolina Limited circle. You know what she did? She changed the status of the land to sell it. They sold the land and then come right back to sell it for agriculture. And it's a nonsensical thing, and people don't know. When you get into office and only want to make people rich, and let's focus on the development of the people, only through word of mouth, that has to change. You're not the correct leader. So my thing, Sharon, I like the conversation. If you're talking about land, don't just give me land because I'm African. What is my intention? What is the outcome? What is the benchmark? What is everything? Before we do that, I'm not talking about all races, but agriculture is the way to go now. We're focusing on that now, but people must be constructive in the whole approach in wanting something for the development of Trinidad and Tobago and themselves. That's my view this morning, Sharon. Take care listening.
Thank you very much, Rowley Jr. Thank you very much. Mr. Archer, good morning.
Good morning, my lovely lady.
Good morning.
My queen of the radio, my queen of everything. Royal Highness. Good morning.
Morning, Mr. Archer, morning.
I want to know if you're not there.
I know go to tap him, you know, like I see, like he's sleeping on me there.
Dr. Rowley and Mrs. Rowley, good morning. The Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. Mommy Sauce, good morning. Mr. and Mrs. Jesus, good morning. Penny, my dear, good morning. Minister of Housing, good morning. My two representatives of Tobago, good morning. Sharon, I want to deal with two things this morning. One, you have a manifesto. I want to pronounce the word right. A manifesto. And PNM put a book that they will guide them for the election. Sharon?
Mr. Archer, I'm getting ready for the news now, listening to you.
And PNM gave a book to lead them to govern the country.
Mm-hmm.
or a book where they call Manifesto or
The
something.
manifesto, right?
Very good. May Camilla take out to a page or something. And I tell them that they got to take out things from laptop and they go do this, and she will tell them and tell the government. That lady crazy? She's not crazy, you know, think so? That woman, they are a crazy woman. Right. Sharon, the government that some time ago with Dr. Equilium give out people lands in Komodo, Digo Martin, in Tobago, and give them animals. Right? What I feel all about. Give them animals. In Tobago, in Goldsboro, National, Richmond and these places, the government gives them land and animals. In Goldsboro, they have pig farm and cow farm. In National, they have cow farm and sheep farm and so on. And these people take the land, sell out the animals. They use the animals, sell them out, who cook, who do all kind of things. And after that, they start showing off and cost the government. They give them animals and feed. And the government buying the produce from the animals. You get pigs. When the time comes, marketing board buying the pigs. And they abuse that, Chairman. They abuse that. So what I'm saying now, if the government going back down that road, the government has to put some laws in place to govern all the foolishness that we say. Dr. Rowley, if you're doing that, again, put things in place to govern it. Please, I'm asking you. Sharon, I will call you back.
Thank you very much, Mr. Archer. All right, so, guys, we have to go to the ads and then we go to the news at 7. Do not shift your dial. We'll be right back.
We know the streets because we talk to the streets.
Come talk with us on the Street 919 FM.
Get interactive with the Street 919 FM.
All day, every day. See us all live on our Facebook page.
Share and comment on our show.
Like our page.
Chat with our live on-air announcers.
The Street 919's Facebook page.
Live and interactive all day, every day. The Street 919 FM.
Come talk with us.
Rest, relax, rejuvenate, and revitalization healing treatment for both males and females suffering from all aches and pains. A special offer for the month of July for $200. Choose from any one of these treatments: neck and shoulder massage, poor circulation, and arthritic treatment. Contact 336-4935 or 492-7397 for more information.
Every child is incredibly intelligent. Parents, reach higher. Be stronger. Join Olive Rice Club, producer of the IBG line of educational products, right here every Thursday morning at 11:15. Get the genius out of the children. Hear how you can work with the IBG phonic program and see your children learn at least 200 times faster. Remember, IBG guarantees rapid progress for champions to turn this nation around. It's right here on 91.9 FM every Thursday morning at 11:15. For more info, call 336-3896 or 725-READ.
When it comes to healthcare, you deserve the best. Do you suffer from low energy, anxiety, or constipation? Health and Wealth Lifestyle with Nicole Huggins provides you with the best services of iridology exam, blood analysis, ionic foot detox, followed by a soothing foot massage. We also provide the best organic supplements. We are located at number 73 Eastern Main Road, Barataria. Or call us at 288-1108 or 275-8359. Join us on the Street 919 FM. Every Thursday from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. for Health and Wealth Lifestyle with Nicole Huggins.
Renting a car in Tobago should be quick, affordable, and easy.
Wow.
Here at O'Neill Rentals, we make the process as simple as possible by using our easy e-sign-up. Yep, we can sign you up from just about anywhere using our tablets. See? All done. And everything goes straight into the cloud. Yeah, you're on your way. Are you coming to Tobago? Book your car rental with us and enjoy the most affordable rates in Tobago. But hurry, because cars go pretty fast. Call 361-1042. That's 361-1042. One more time, 361-1042. O'Neill Auto Rentals, Tobago, taking you further.
Turn your lights down low and listen to the Master's Radio.
Here's your opportunity to join Pastors Morris and Agnes Johnson of the Church of the Firstborn Assembly and guests as they lead in worship ministries of the Word and Prayer. That's every Sunday at 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. and every Wednesday from 9 p.m. to midnight on the street 919 FM, where we deal with today's issues from a biblical perspective. Tell your neighbors, tell your friends, tell everyone. You'll be given the opportunity to call in and interact with us. Your life and family will never be the same. You are welcome to visit our website, www.churchofthefirstbornassembly.org. Like us on Facebook. Your financial support will be greatly appreciated. Church of the Firstborn Assembly, account number 795222 at the First Citizens Bank. You can contact us at 753-1113.
But wait, who's sending me this text? Hurricane warning, be prepared? Denzel, stop washing the car! A hurricane coming!
Mona, calm down. We just need to prepare. We must stock batteries and candles and charge our emergency lights in case we lose power.
That means we have to arrange a backup supply for Daddy respirator.
Yes, and before the storm hits, we must unplug all our electrical equipment. If we need to evacuate, remember to shut off the electricity at the main panel.
Yes, because you know here does flood. Come. Let us move the appliances upstairs. Come.
Us, okay.
Wait! Denzel, don't unplug them thing with your wet hand. Yourself.
Yes, Mona.
This hurricane season, when preparing for an emergency, don't forget your electricity. TNTech, the power to make it work.
Come talk with us. Real issues, hard talk, real talk on the street 919 FM.
News from the street, 919fm.com. Here's what's happening.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. I am Sharon Felix.
And I am Jason Thomas.
And this is our 7 a.m. major newscast on the street 919 FM and online on Street TV. In the headlines, one more person dies from COVID-19. The death toll now stands at 34. 4 police officers injured in a crash after chase. 70% of students to begin online learning from today. And internationally,
clashes in Hong Kong over delayed elections.
And now for the details. An elderly man with pre-existing health conditions is the latest COVID-19 death. The Ministry of Health, in its Sunday evening update, indicated that the country has recorded its 34th death. It also stated that 16 new positive cases have been reported, representing results from samples taken between August 28 and September 5th. This does not represent positive cases over the last 24 hours only. To date, 25,041 samples have been submitted to the Caribbean Public Health Agency, UWI, and other local sites for testing for COVID-19. The ministry noted that confirmed cases of the virus have now risen to 2,250, with active cases at 1,492. In other news, 4 police officers were injured in an accident on Sunday morning. 2 civilians were also hurt. The incident took place around 9 a.m. along the Rochette Douglas Road in Barrackpore. Reports state that the 4 officers were in a marked Mazda van chasing a vehicle whose occupants were believed to have committed a crime. However, during the chase, the driver lost control of the vehicle, which chased head first into Surrey. which crashed headfirst into a Nissan Sentra. The van then flipped before crashing into a utility pole. The 4 officers who were in the van were taken to the San Fernando General Hospital for treatment. The occupants of the Sentra were also taken to hospital for treatment, having sustained injuries. In more news, full teaching is expected across primary and secondary schools from today. 70% of students will begin virtual online classes. Teachers have been preparing for the past week to engage students with online interaction or from the distribution of printed material. Online learning is also expected to commence at the University of the West Indies from September 14th. Education Minister Dr. Nyan Gatsby Dolly on Sunday issued an online video message to parents urging them to keep in contact with their children's teachers constantly, especially those children who are unable to utilize the online learning option. The minister also called, especially for parents busy with work, to utilize the village approach by engaging with other individuals in the household, such as older siblings, who can assist with these new style of teaching and learning. And now for a look at international news with Jason Thomas.
Police in Hong Kong have fired pepper spray at crowds protesting against a government's decision to delay legislative elections in the territory. Nearly 300 people were arrested at Sunday's unauthorized demonstration as thousands took to the streets of Hong Kong to mark the day the elections had been due to be held. The elections had been due on September 6th, but the government postponed them by a year, saying it was necessary amid the rise in coronavirus infections. The opposition is accusing the government of using the pandemic as a pretext to stop people from voting. And that was a look at our international news for this morning.
Thank you, Jason Thomas. And now for a look at the weather. For the period today until midnight, Trinidad Tobago and the southern windwards, generally hot and sunny with showery spells in few areas. Night will be mostly clear. The remainder of the Lesser Antilles, partly cloudy spells with showers are expected in varying localities. Conditions will improve during the afternoon with showers occurring in few areas during the night. Seas slight to moderate, waves 1 to 1.5 meters in open waters, near calm in sheltered areas. It is currently 34 degrees Celsius in Piarco and 31 degrees Celsius in Crown Point. And now for a recap of our headlines. 1 more person dies from COVID-19. The death toll now stands at 34. 4 police officers injured in crash after chase. 70% of students to begin online learning from today. And internationally,
clashes in Hong Kong over delayed elections.
You've just heard our 7 a.m. news on the Street 919 FM and online at Street TV. Stay tuned for Tobago News at 9. I am Sharon Felix.
And I'm Jason Thomas.
Good morning.
News from the street. News from the street. 919fm.com.
Such a sweet thing.
All right, so Trinidad and Tobago, we are back. And of course, we continue to take your calls. Oh boy, trying to minimize what's going on here. Right, don't save. Nice. All right, so. All right, am I to go to the other one? Nice. Good. So let me take some calls, guys. You have to call me. I saw we took the overseas line and it worked. I don't know. You have miracle hands, yes? Caller, good morning.
Careful, you say no.
Caller, good morning.
Blessings, Titans.
Yeah. Massachusetts.
Mr. Brucey.
Morning.
Mr. Brucey, how are you going to play that song just when I getting ready to talk to Miss Felix Way?
Oh boy. A guy's got to do what a guy's got to
do. People gonna take you for serious, no? What's going on, Massachusetts?
Titans.
What's up?
Let me just go to one. All right? Because we don't want Titans of Democracy's audience to just African people. I am a proud black man. All right? I used to do after school programs where
you need to stay one place.
Children.
You need to stay one place and talk to me. You're dropping, you're going and coming.
All right.
Right.
Yeah, I used to.
Where's that? Massachusetts?
Hey.
Hello?
You going?
Yeah.
You're gone now completely?
Could you hear me?
Right. Say right there.
Oh. I used to teach African history to some young people. So it's not like I don't like my people. All right. And I'm talking about going all the way back to ancient Egypt, Ethiopia, Kush, and all them things, right? You see, when we start just focusing on the African community in our dialogue, we exclude other people. And they feel left out, and they may not want to tune in to this program. So we start basically reducing the audience of Titans of Democracy. When the Pope John Paul visited Trinidad and Tobago, he said he wished the world could be like Trinidad and Tobago because it is a true cosmopolitan nation made up of a diverse array of people living mainly in peace and harmony. Yes, there's prejudice. Yes, there's racism. But it's not like up in your face like here in America, what we're seeing today. So please, be more little inclusionary when you're talking. But Ms. Felix, one question was raised about the economy as it pertains to gas and Petrotrin and refinery and all that kind of stuff. Billions. Ford has invested over 11 billion US dollars in electronic vehicles. Hydrocarbon, right? BMW, Audi, investing billions into electronic powered vehicles. If that is where the industry is going, why do you think that Trinidad and Tobago should continue focusing on oil and gas, on fossil fuel? If the demand for that is being reduced, why are you going to continue to invest in it at the same rates that you used to, especially when the price of oil dropped below a penny just a couple of months ago? In order for TNT to be profitable with energy production, oil needs to sell at $50 a barrel. That is 50 US. Right now, it's in the mid-40s, about $43 a barrel. So for every barrel of oil that Trinidad and Tobago produce, they're losing $7. So how are you going to keep investing in something where you're losing money? It makes no sense. And with the farming thing, imagine telling these youths out there who is bad boy, they're selling drugs, like they're counting money like crazy with drugs and guns and all this kind of stuff. Them bars and them, look at the kind of money that they generating. You're going to tell me that those people are going to be interested in getting involved in farming when they're seeing all this money flowing all over the place? Farming is great. We need it. It's a good investment. But it's to change the mindset of the people to want to do it. Because if they figure that they had to go out there and work that field from sunrise to sunset, and then when they look at the income that they have compared to what them drug fellas are making in a day, it's a hard sell for people to really get into farming. And as the other people say before, the young man made a very interesting point. Make it a 1,000-year contract. Because next thing you know, instead of seeing farms, you're going to see high-rises. And where the money coming from to support that? There are many different things that were mentioned in the article, and Ms. Felix, I really appreciate you and applaud you for reading it. It was very informative. I found the questions very provocative. And I think that the Prime Minister, Dr. Rowley, answered like an intellectual and not like somebody who just trying to say something that sounds like it makes sense. Thanks for taking my call. I got love, yeah? Ciao.
Ciao. Thank you very much, Massachusetts. Thanks a lot. Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Nana. Love and respect to you and both.
Morning.
Strength and blessing. Not to disrespect the last caller, but we mustn't paint the youths of today in that kind of direction. Where there is a will, there must be a way. And not all the youths are them on bad boy thing, on rude boy thing, on gangster thing. We have to know that. Look how much of them coming out of school every week, every year. You feel them just jump, all of them jumping in into that. Look how much of us getting old. We could still put a hand to. And Miss Business, you see with how PVs you destroyed it. You see what we're going through with Venezuela. Somehow, you gotta take enough blame for that. Respect.
All right, so Trinidad and Tobago. Let me see if I could put up my live stream. Oh God, they're harassing me too much. Let's see. All right, so guys, you can go on my Facebook page and get me live, and I'll share it across to the Titans of Democracy and see me live. I share it to Bruce. I wonder if we couldn't share. I could take you, you know that?
I don't know.
I could invite you. You have to be on. Let me see. You have to take the invite, something so. Where your phone? All right, so we go back to the lines to take your calls on 342-0081. Where's Mr. Chance? Mr. Chance, you ain't get up yet? And to say good morning to every one of you locked on to the Street 919 FM. So I'm taking your calls. I would have read the article this morning. I'm taking your calls. I want to hear what you have to say. me see, Bruce. Let me see what will happen. Hi, good morning to you. Akil Delandi, Natasha Martin, good morning. Guys, let me see if I could share. Oh, Lord, this, Bacchanal, Right. I'm going to put it across to the Titan so you can go across on that page. You get it?
I was checking the scene. I see a thing come up there. Sharon Felix has invited.
Yes. Click on it and see if you could get in. Anything?
Yes.
We're trying an experiment here.
But I clicked the notification. Oh, that go here.
And both of us will come up. All right. So I send it across to the Titans of Democracy. So it's there. So guys, let me say again, good morning to all of you listening on the Facebook page. The only thing you wouldn't have is audio. Unless I turn. All right, so we continue to take your calls. Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Ms. Felix.
Morning.
Yeah, I'm a senior citizen, right? I call in from the Point Fonte Senior Citizen Association. Yeah, we haven't. Hello.
Yes,
hello.
Caller, I'm
yeah,
listening.
we having a lot of problems here because they, as far as they tell us, they change management, and what we used to pay $50 for towards the light bill, we have to pay $400 and something. CPET used to come and cut the compound. Now we have to pay. Some of us have to pay $200 a person to cut just around your window and things like that. And we do not have a contact number for the ministry, the people who see about the aging division and so on. So we kind of at loss. Everybody frustrated. Everybody quarreling, and it's a kind of bully thing going on. They're telling us that we live in cheap here in compared to other institutions of the similar nature and things like that. So I don't know if anybody could look into it and give us an idea how we could get help or how we could complain to somebody. It's very, very terrible, ma'am.
Where you say you are?
Point Fonte, that's T-Shea Village, 11th Street. In the home for the Senior Citizen Association in Point Fonte. Yeah.
Okay.
We really want help because even we as the residents, some of us who we quarreling with one another and you know, all kind of frustrated.
What you're quarreling with one another?
Because some of us is saying that we have to do as they say. So what we're saying is that from paying $50 on a light bill, right? They're telling us how the government give them no subvention and we have to pay.
Okay, hold on, stop. So you all are resident in a particular place?
Yes, in the home for the age,
right.
The senior citizen.
Is a senior citizen home?
Yes.
You pay in the home a monthly stipend?
Yes.
How much you pay when the month come?
$500, and then they say $50 every other month
for light bill.
For light bill,
right?
But they're telling us now that the government didn't give them any subvention, so that we will have to pay the whole bill. The point is there's 1 meter to 2 persons who live in a divided flat. Right? And
so how much so how much is that bill every 2 months?
This last bill we get here is $900, and what usually
for two
happens...
persons? For 2 persons?
Yeah.
What y'all doing so that the bill run up? You have washing machine and dryer?
No, it appears as if though the authority who was supposed to put their part towards the bill, they say they don't have no money, the government they give them no subvention. So we will have to stand alongside the whole bill now.
Okay, wait, still, hold on. I'm asking again.